Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting evening of Westview Warrior basketball, streaming live at LaGuardiaMedia.com. This is Jerry Hosteller along with Dan Byler, and tonight we're coming to you from Eastside High School in Butler, Indiana, where we'll bring you opening round coverage of the 2019 Northeast Corner Conference Tournament. Tonight's first game will feature the Lady Warriors of Westview doing battle with the Lady Blazers of Eastside. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following business sponsors: the Blue Gate Restaurant in Shipshewana, by Mike's Automotive Service in Topeka, by May Funeral Home in LaGrange, also by Height Auto Body in LaGrange, and by Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware, Topeka Pharmacy, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, by Weaver Furniture in Shipshewana, by Jerry Standard in Middlebury, by the Hometown Treasure, also by Yoder Insurance, by Quality Floor in Topeka, by Frontline Auto Tech in Shipshewana, as well as Yoder's Shipshewana Hardware, Troyer's Saddlery, and our individual sponsors are Dan and Dawn Byler, John and Leslie Cook, Tim and Donna Height, Jerry and Fran Hostetler, Josiah and Candace Parker, Jim and Liz Stump, Tim and Kim Taylor, Roger and Esther Winger. And tonight's tournament is also made possible by the following businesses: Ace Hardware in Topeka, Middlebury Produce, Topeka, New Holland, Alpha Building Center in Shipshewana, by Lake City Bank, also by Save-A-Lot in Topeka, and by Topeka Seed and Stove. So it'll be the Eastside Lady Blazers and the Westview Lady Warriors meeting in this first game tonight. We'll present a doubleheader this evening. Of course, the boys' game will be followed by the girls' game in this tournament. The Westview girls come in with a 10-6 record. They're coming off a loss, and we'll pause for our national anthem. And we're just about ready for basketball here from Eastside High School. And we'll take a look at the starting lineups. Eastside Blazers are 5-10. I mentioned the Westview girls are 10-6. And Dan, it's been a long time since the girls have played.
Yeah, it has been. It was December 21st. I mean, yes. It was that doubleheader at Lakeland, so it's been over 2 weeks.
Starting lineups. I think they're actually introducing everyone.
I think they usually do that for the NECC tournament.
But the Westview Lady Warriors lost to Lakeland that evening, 54-51. And Eastside was defeated also in their last game against Fairfield, 27-22.
And I know that some of the girls were gone on vacations over Christmas, so it'll be interesting to see.
Grace Miller is first out for the Warriors, 5'2" senior, averaging 1.4 points per game. Jensen Reynolds, a 5'7" senior guard, 3.3 points per game. Also coming out, number 33 is Alexis Antal, a 5'9" senior. I'm sure Randy wishes she was 6'9". And let's see, 35 is Leanna Miller, 5'8" senior, averaging 4.6 points per game, and their leading scorer, Shia Kluffenstein, averaging 17.5 points per game, and she's a 6'1" senior. So the Warriors looking to get off to a good start in the new year with a win here tonight, and then they probably, very likely, will play Central Noble.
I'm pretty sure tomorrow night's game will be played at Central Noble. Central Noble tonight is playing against Hamilton, and Central Noble girls are, as you talked about on the way down here, just sort of demolishing their opponents. We lost by 18, and that was one of their closest games this year. So
yeah, they have to have one of the largest, if not the largest in 2A at least, of margins of victory in the whole state of Indiana. Of course, they're coming off a state championship last year, so
defending state champs and returned their top two, at least their top 2 scorers.
Right. First out for Eastside starters will be Sullivan Kessler. She's a sophomore. Also, Mackenzie Reike, number 10, a junior. And I don't have a 34 on
I don't either.
I'm thinking it's probably Chloe Whitman or Cheyenne McKinley. Cheyenne came out, so.
Let's see if they have it on the official. They don't have a number. Oops, that's the boys' team. I'm looking on the official rosters that were given out tonight. There is a Matea Byerly. Matea Byerly is number 34.
Okay.
We don't even, they didn't even give that name to us.
Wow. So a surprise starter here. Ready for the tip, and it's controlled by Westview. Grace Miller gets it into the hands of Antal. Is that Antal or Antal? I think it's Antal, right?
Antal, yeah, I believe so. Byerly is a freshman, so maybe she hasn't been on the varsity. They've got her starting. That's interesting.
Shot is missed by Westview. Reike will bring it up for Eastside. She's being double teamed by Antal and Grace Miller. As we mentioned at Lakeland, a lot of Millers on the Westview team this year. In fact, there's what, 5, 6?
5, I believe.
Yeah. Eastside.
Missed a 3. Got an offensive board.
Reike with it, drives it, and pulls it back out on the pass to Kessler. She'll take a jumper inside the lane, misses, and right there for the rebound is a Cheyenne Kloffenstein. He's talking to head coach Randy Yoder's wife Judy before the game, and she said Ashaya almost didn't play in the Sturgis game, and then she ended up scoring 27 points, something like that.
Okay.
So Judy said, I'm sure glad she showed up. She wasn't feeling well. She was running a fever during the game, but she played one of her best games, if not the best, of her high school career. McKinley with it. She'll drive and then give off to Kessler. Kessler has it knocked away, regains possession. Gives it out front to Reike. And she'll back it out. No score, and we're almost 2 minutes into the first quarter here.
And turnover for the Blazers as Jensen Reynolds, I think, knocked the ball loose, and it still hit the defender, or the intended recipient of that pass from the east side. Touched it before it went out.
Alexis Antal takes it right side on the pass to Jensen Reynolds, right back to her and out to Grace Miller. She'll go left side with it. Driving the baseline is Alexis Antal, and she's tied up, but we have a whistle in it. Yet it will be a tie-up, so on the alternating possession, it'll be Eastside basketball. 6:06 to go in the first period.
Well, Jerry, I've got a little problem here. They turned off the lights up here on us.
It's hard to see, isn't it?
And I didn't bring my my reading glasses.
Oh, well, hey, I have some. I don't know whether they'll do you any good, but I can let you try them anyway.
Unforced turnover there by Eastside.
So Westview gets it back, and they'll be inbounding. Grace Miller, Alexis Antal will get it to Jensen Reynolds, top of the circle.
Yeah, they're just sitting in that 1-3-1 zone.
Inside pass, it comes into Leanna Miller, and
call a 5-second count. Another turnover.
Inside the
Westview, three-quarter court pressure there.
McKinley has it.
That's got to be getting close to a 10-second
count. Got to be, and I think it will be now. Yeah, good press by Westview. Hit the turnover on Eastside. Still no one has scored. 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Does that help, Dan?
It does. can see.
That's 125, I think, is the power on those. So it's like the lowest you can get. It's either 125 or 150. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Eastside. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's enough that I can see. So
good.
This is good. So 3 turnovers apiece already. And I can read my stats. We're all good. Oh, and another turnover. Leanna Miller steps in, picks off that pass.
Well, one thing, you haven't missed any scoring. 0-0 on the board. Reynolds passes it inside to Leanna, right back to Reynolds. She'll pop it from the baseline and hits. First 2 points scored with 4:56 to go in the first quarter. Blazers break the press this time, but a double team. Get it out of trouble to Reiki. Out of the freshman, her shot is up. Or no, that was Chloe Whitman, and she hits. That ties it up at 2 apiece. Antal gets a pass to Reynolds, inside to Leanna. She's double teamed, right back to Reynolds for 2, and it's missed, and the rebound is pulled out of there by Sullivan Kessler. Kessler gets to McKinley. McKinley double team. She'll get it to the top of the circle to Kessler, and it's a 2 for Kessler.
Okay, she must have been just inside the arc. So I thought it was a 3.
Yeah, it was very close. Miller bounce passes it inside, intended for Ashaya, but it was tied up, and it'll stay in the hands of Westview this time on the alternating possession. Alexis Antal will inbound for the Warriors. Bounce passes it, and it's intercepted out front by Kessler. Kessler will bring it the length of the floor, fakes, puts it up, and scores off the glass.
Yeah, we scored first, but they've scored 6
straight.
Six straight. Oh, right open, Leanna. There you go.
Leanna misses, but she'll have a couple of free throws.
It's going to be called out.
Traveling? Or what was it?
Oh. Well, I guess so. I was already marking the foul.
Yeah, I think she started to pivot on one foot and then used the other one to pivot as she went to the basket. So they called it travel.
Called a double pivot, huh?
Yeah. Inside pass put up, missed by the freshman, and it's pulled down by Ashaya Kloffenstein. She'll bring it up herself, and now we have a whistle. A reach-in foul is going to be called on Eastside. And that's going to go on the freshman. What's her name?
Matea Byerly.
Byerly. Well, that should be an easy name to remember. It's almost like Byler.
Yeah.
Just have the ER in the wrong spot and a Y on the end.
I just threw the ball away again.
Another turnover on Westview. They're down 6-2, 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. Eastside will inbound across the court. And Cheyenne McKinley will bring it in for Eastside.
Gloria Miller and Allie Hillman checking in for Jensen Reynolds and Leanna Miller.
Westview stays in that three-quarter court press. Grace Miller. Now the pass comes across the timeline to Reiki, and her shot short. Rebound is Alexis Antal, and she'll bring it down. Inside pass, turnaround jumper is good by Gloria Miller off the bench. Quick points there for Gloria, 6-4 now. 2:45 to go in the opening quarter. Pass inside to McKinley. Another 3 from way on top as an air ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Westview basketball, a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 here. Antal, go ahead,
feels like
Dan.
we just get into our offense and get the shots, we should be okay. That's
quick 3 by Gloria Miller is missed. Now here comes Kessler again on the length of the court drive, and she puts it up and in. Now we got a timeout. It's going to be called by head coach Randy Yoder of the Westview Warriors. 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the opening quarter. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in a half a minute.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is capable of performing a wide variety of common home maintenance and remodeling services. We can help you with everything from garbage disposal installation to fixing a leaky faucet. We work in the kitchen, the bathroom, the attic, the garage, and anywhere else that might need attention. With help from Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, you know that you'll be receiving quality work from a fully trained, licensed, and insured professional. Call us today at 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Westview coming out of their huddle now, and they'll have the basketball. Underneath the Eastside basket, they'll be inbounding. Shia will inbound to Alexis Antal.
Well, Jerry, this just looks to me like a team that hasn't played for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Don't look as crisp as they did at Lakeland.
Just need to get into their game.
Push from behind, so Shia gets a break there because it went through her hands, and Eastside had the basketball. But
well, good news for me. I already marked her for a foul earlier, so now it's right.
Grace Miller will pop it from 15. Misses the shot. Battled for. Still loose. And it's pulled out of there by Eastside. Chloe Whitman gets it. She'll get it to Kessler. Kessler waits for the offense to set up here. Westview in a man-to-man. Woman-to-woman. Fake on the three-pointer by Reike. She'll bring it back out front. Grace Miller guarding her. Reike goes right side to Kessler. There's two Kesslers on the team. Sullivan is the one that's the little guard. Another tie-up underneath. It'll stay with Eastside.
Alexis Antal, 5'3", just took the ball away from their tall girl.
Yep. Chloe Whitman, like I said, we don't have sizes. I don't think they have them on.
No,
oh, yeah, I guess they do.
Oh, they do on the. They didn't on what they sent us.
Right.
No, Eastside does not. They don't have any heights in there.
Shot from way outside is no good by Reike. And now we have a whistle on an over-the-back foul is going to be called on Eastside Cheyenne McKinley.
And Alexis Antal at 5'3" pulls down a rebound. That's her second rebound.
Yeah, she's probably one of our shortest players out there. Grace is about her size, I guess. Antal drives the baseline. She'll put it up over the big girl inside, misses, and Whitman pulls it down. 45 seconds to go in the first period. Westview trails it by 4, 8-4. With the basketball is number 4, Kessler. Out of 40, and that's Whitman. Out front now to come. They'll swing it around left side to Byerly. She'll unload it to Kessler down the corner. Another shot by Reike is no good. And another offensive rebound by Eastside. Oh, no, rejection inside by Ashaya on Kessler's drive to the basket. Reike with it now out front. We're down to 5 seconds to go. Tried to get a backdoor pass to Byerly, and it's stolen away, and we're not going to get a shot off. And that'll do it for the first 8 minutes of basketball here in the opening round of the Northeast Corner Conference Tournament for 2019. And it's the Eastside Girls 8 and the Westview Lady Warriors 4. We'll be back right after this 60-second timeout.
Have you ever been unpleasantly surprised by a purchase and wish you had done more investigation before buying? Gold Key Home Inspections is here to help give you peace of mind about one of your largest investments, your home. Our inspectors are trained to expertly evaluate all aspects of your potential home and give you information to use in making an informed decision. Don't gamble on your future. Give Gold Key Home Inspections a call today to set up your appointment. Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
Westview inbounding to begin the second quarter of play, trailing by 4, 8-4. Jensen Reynolds back in the ball game, and she tries to lob it inside to Ashaya, over her head and out of bounds. Another turnover. How many is that on us?
7.
7 turnovers.
7 and 5 on Eastside. So
hasn't been the prettiest.
7 turnovers and 4 points.
Right. That's not good when you have more turnovers than points, obviously. Yeah. And there's another turnover, this time against Eastside.
They return the favor.
Right. Ashaya will inbound right at the half-court stripe. She'll get it into Alexis Antall. She'll go left side with it on the pass to Hillman. And the shot is good from three-point land by Jensen Reynolds. And that was a big one. That brings Westview back within 1, 8-7. Kessler with the basketball. Double teamed, and we have a traveling call. Good defense that time by Allie Hillman and Jensen Reynolds.
Paige Graber, a junior, coming in for the Blazers. And freshman Matea Byerly on the bench.
Now Eastside's in a 2-3 zone. Pass inside to Gloria Miller, shot right back out. Ashaya gets it down on the baseline, and we have a traveling violation on Gloria Miller.
She's trying to push the ball inside, which I think they need to do. They got to get it inside there.
A 2-2-1 zone. Now it's turned into a 1-3-1 zone press. Driving toward the basket is Graber. Can't find room there, so she gets it out of trouble to McKinley. Reike bounce passes it in. That comes right back to her off the knees of her teammate. Hits off the top of the glass. I thought that'd be out of bounds, but they didn't call it, and Ashaya comes up with a carom.
I believe as long as it doesn't hit any structure other than glass, it's considered still in play. That's different than it used to be.
Okay. Shot by Hillman, and she gets it. Or Reynolds, rather.
I think it was Reynolds
again.
It was. So she has 7 now, 7 of our 9.
And the Warriors all of a sudden have taken the lead. Whitman. Long three-pointers off the mark by McKinley, and Westview comes up with a rebound. Alexis Antall brings it down, goes right side to this time it's Hillman, and she hits a 3.
She was a couple feet behind the line there.
So, Allie Hillman and Jensen Reynolds, and I believe they're first cousins.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
I guess I didn't realize that. That could well be.
Sisters.
Their moms are sisters?
Yeah, I think so.
Could well be.
Another timeout called, this time by Eastside, as they find themselves behind now by 4, 12-8. Westview trailed at the end of the first period 8-4. So a good little run there for our Lady Warriors.
Yeah, the Blazers have not scored this quarter yet. They've only put up 2 shots. I guess we've only put up 3, but we've made all 3 of them.
That's right. Well, they're really starting to fall now, which is good. Maybe the girls are loosened up from the long bus trip and also have the rust shaken out of them from being off since the 21st of December. Cheyenne McKinley will bring it in for Eastside, and she's staring down that Westview press. It's a 1-3-1 zone press. Reike dishes it inside, and the shot is up and no good by Whitman, but she's fouled, and she'll have a couple of free throws coming.
I believe that's the first foul called on Westview. It's going to go against Gloria Miller. And this will be the first free throws from either team tonight.
Whitman's first shot is banked in.
Maybe the banks stay open later here in Butler than they do in most places.
Of course, we might be in a different time zone. It's always a long trip over here. Next shot is no good. Rebound's pulled down by Gloria Miller. She'll get it to Ashaya, and Ashaya brings it up. She's going to drive it all the way in. And we have a whistle, and a foul's going to be called as Ashaya drove toward the basket. That's going to go against Paige Graber.
It's her first team 4th.
Alexis Antall will bring it in underneath the Westview basket. She'll get it into Jensen Reynolds. Her shot's up and no good this time, but tipped out to Hillman. She'll go left side to Antall. Has it knocked away, regains possession. Now Hillman will put it up and scores again, this time from right around the free throw line. Allie with 5 points off the bench.
So the Reynolds-Hillman show right now.
Really? Eastside breaks the press, and oh, good rejection there by Ashaya. It was an open lane to the basket for Paige Graber, but Ashaya came over and swatted it away. Gloria turnaround jumper, in and out and back in again. Lady Warriors looking very good in this second half. They've already put 12 points on the board, or second quarter, I should say. Graber with it. Inside pass. Good feed inside to McKinley, and she puts it in. 4:44 to go in the first half. Hillman goes to Antal. They'll swing it around to Reynolds. Her shot is up off the back of the rim, no good, and the rebound's pulled down by Graber. She'll hand it off to Kessler, and Kessler drives, loses a handle. Now we have a whistle and a foul on Westview.
It'll only be the second team foul. He's trying to figure, I think it's Gloria. She was bent over so he couldn't see her number. So Gloria Miller picks up her second foul. She has all the Westview fouls, and Leanna Miller coming back in for Gloria.
Inbounding is McKinley. Or no, they have Richards in there now, Taylor Richards. 14. Bounce pass inside to Graber. Graber cross-courts it to McKinley. McKinley drives the baseline and gets it out of trouble to Richards. Richards looking for help, puts the ball on the floor once, and then gives it off to Kessler, and she'll swing it back out front and let the offense set. Nearing the 4-minute mark to go in the first half. Westview has taken the lead here in the second quarter and are up 16-11. Driving is Richard, picks up the ball, takes it down to the baseline. It's Kessler. She tries to bounce pass it, but right at the feet of Whitman, it goes out of bounds, but it'll belong to Westview. Eastside.
Yeah, Leanna Miller got her hand on it, couldn't quite control it. Almost had the steal.
Taylor Richards will bring it in for Eastside. Bounce passes it into Whitman. She'll whip it back out front now. It'll come to Graber. Inside, McKinley, and then back out front. It'll come to Kessler. Kessler gets a pick and tries to drive it, loses it, but it's picked up by her teammate inside, McKinley. Pass to Kessler. Now inside, across the lane to Whitman. Whitman is triple teamed, and we have a 3-second violation called on Eastside.
Twice we almost had the ball picked off there, and they retained it, but did finally get the ball. Byerly back in for the Blazers. I didn't see who else.
Reike, the number 10, also checked back in. Ashaya Kloffenstein gets it to Antal. She'll go left side with it to Hillman. Shots taken off the right side in traffic and good by Jensen Reynolds. Jensen came in with a 3.3 point per game average, and she already has 9 here in this first half.
So she's played 3 games already today?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Ashaya Kloffenstein got caught a little bit out of position there, picks up her first foul. The team's third now.
Reike will inbound for Eastside underneath their own basket. She'll get it way out front, almost intercepted. It is by Miller, Leanna. And she gets it to Reynolds, and Jensen again puts it in.
2, 4, 6, 8, 11 now. Goodness.
4 regular field goals and a 3-pointer. Westview has built a 9-point lead now. Pass outside to Graber. Her long 3 is way off the mark. Ashaya all alone for the rebound, and she's going to bring it down all the way. Put it up from inside the lane. Misses a shot, and it's pulled down by Taylor Richards. Now Mackenzie Reike has it. She's double teamed and tripped up, and it's going to be a foul called on Alexis Antal.
Be her first, team 4th now.
We're down to 2:17 now to go in the first half.
Cheyenne McKinley back in for the Blazers.
Mackenzie Reike looking to inbound. She'll get it into Sullivan Kessler. She'll go right side with it to Reike. Reike gets the pick from Brierley and then goes on a bounce pass to Kessler. Westview staying in their man-to-man defense. Another interception or steal. This Leanna Miller with it. And we have a whistle and a reach-in foul again is going to be called on Eastside.
Yeah, Leanna picked that off, but that was another pass deflected by Klopfenstein. Foul called on Cheyenne McKinley, her second, team's fifth.
Once again, Alexis Antal will inbound underneath the Westview basket. Reynolds had the shot partially blocked, and good try by Allie Hillman to knock it off the body of Eastside, but a return on a good play that time by Reike. She has the ball now. We go left side to McKinley. McKinley takes it down toward the baseline, then feeds on a good pass inside to Kessler, but she can't convert. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Westview up by 9. Ashaya to Alexis. And now left side. Jensen Reynolds misses the shot from that side. Maybe she better just stay on the right side. And a tie-up.
And then a foul, I think.
Looks like it.
So Reynolds stole the ball, and then maybe one of those frustration fouls. McKinley picks up her third.
She's coming out.
Still not in a bonus situation, 6 team fouls.
So Ashaya will inbound underneath the Westview basket off to the left. And Tall will launch one from inside the arc, but the shot is no good, and the rebound's pulled down by Chloe Whitman, and we have a traveling violation. Good double team down there by Hillman and Reynolds.
Well, after 2 early turnovers in this quarter, getting us up to 8 for the game, we've gone most of the rest of the quarter without any turnovers.
Starting to click a little bit. Good drive on the baseline by Alexis Antal, and she misses a jumper, and now we have a whistle and should be a jump ball or a held ball. So it'll be Eastside basketball. Taylor Richard will inbound for Eastside. They have a substitution, I believe, or something's going on. Or is it a...
they were trying, I think the bench was trying to figure, I mean, the official scorers were trying to figure out what the call was.
Right. Taylor Richards gets it into Kessler. She gets it up court to Byerly. Byerly looks like got away with a travel. Driving to the basket, putting it up, missing the layup was Reike, and it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Westview. The boys' game will be next, right after the girls' game. So Warriors boys will face the Eastside Blazers. Trying to save it in bounds there was Alexis. Couldn't quite.
Did I jinx him by saying something?
I don't think so.
The fact that they'd gone 6 minutes with no turnovers.
Kessler brings it up. He stays away from that double team at the slot there, and now tries to get the pass up to Whitman, and it goes off her hand and out of bounds.
13th turnover now for the Blazers. 8 this quarter, had 5 in the first.
The way Eastside started out, I thought we were going to have our hands full, but what they've scored 3 points is all in this quarter.
Right, 1 of 2 from the free throw line and hit one regular bucket.
10 seconds to go in the first half. Ashaya top of the circle to Hillman. She'll get it over to Allie, or not Hillman, but Reynolds. She'll get it to Hillman. Shots put up and good. Good work inside aggressively by Jensen Reynolds. She puts it in and she's fouled. What a first half for Jensen Reynolds. 13 points for the senior.
Doubled them up, 22-11.
This is a free throw, but the offensive rebound, I think if she would have gotten that shot off, it was blocked away, but that would have probably counted. Good rebound by Leanna. So we've come to an end of the first half of play here in the first game of the 2019 NECC tournament. And it's the Westview girls having a spectacular second quarter, leading the Eastside Blazers 22-11. Dan will be back with first half stats right after this timeout.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is capable of performing a wide variety of common home maintenance and remodeling services. We can help you with everything from garbage disposal installation to fixing a leaky faucet. We work in the kitchen, the bathroom, the attic, the garage, and anywhere else that might need attention. With help from Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, you know that you'll be receiving quality work from a fully trained, licensed, and insured professional. Call us today at 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
And we're back here at Eastside High School taking a look at halftime stats. Westview off to a really rocky first quarter start, but then sort of turned things around and scored 18 points in the second quarter, outscored the Blazers 18-3, so enjoying a 22-11 halftime lead. Being led tonight by Jensen Reynolds, 5'7" senior, is having one heck of a night, especially the second quarter. She scored 11 of her 13 points in the second quarter. Allie Hillman, 5'8" junior, chipped in 5 points as well in the second quarter. Both those girls hit a three to go along with some twos. And the other 2 points for Westview, or actually 4 points coming from Gloria Miller, 5'9" sophomore, who scored a bucket in each of the first two quarters. So like we said, Westview was down 4-8 at the end of the first quarter, now leading 22-11. The Blazers also only have 3 girls in the scoring column, being led by sophomore Sullivan Kessler, their point guard. She scored 6 points. She was 3 of 4 from the field. I think those were all driving layups, all in the first quarter. So she has 6 points. 3 points for their tall girl in the middle, Chloe Whitman. She made a regular bucket and was 1 of 2 from the line. And Cheyenne McKinley had hit 1 bucket for 2 points. The Blazers were whistled for 6 fouls, 3 of those on Cheyenne, so she's really the only player in foul trouble. Whitman has 2 for the Blazers. For Westview, only 4 fouls called in that first quarter, or first half. Freshman Alexis Antel has 1, as does senior Shia Kloppenstein, and Gloria Miller has 2. Westview with a 15-14 rebounding advantage, but we were down 5-8 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter out rebounded 10-6. 4 fouls called on the Westview, 6 on the Lady Blazers. Westview's only had 1 free throw shot. That was right as time expired. We missed that, and the Lady Blazers were 1 of 2. From the field, the Lady Blazers have taken 4 3-point attempts, have not made any. We've also taken 4, but we've made 2 of ours. Overall, we've taken 16 shots, made 10 of them. Overall, they've taken 19 shots. I'm sorry, we didn't take... I couldn't read my number. We took 24 shots, made 10 of them. And they took 19 shots and made 5. So, yeah, at the end of the first quarter, we were 2 of 7 from the field. And I know early in the second quarter, we made our first 3 shots, so that moved us up to 5 of 10. So we improved the averages quite a bit there, but finished So it still finished out 10 of 24, or just around, just a little over 40% from the field.
So, looking back at that first half, it was a story of two quarters, two different quarters for Westview. But also, you got to give credit to Coach Yoder for changing his defense and shutting off those drives by Kessler down the lane.
Right. Well, and we talked about it a little bit on the air before, or just before we went on, came back on here, that our two leading scorers are held to a total of 2 points. Gloria Miller has 2 points, or sorry, she has 4, but Ashaya Kloffenstein, our leading scorer, averaging 17.5 points a game, has a whopping 0 right now.
Yeah, it is unbelievable. Yeah, so Eastside deserves credit for that. I mean, they could really be down if it wouldn't be for
Jensen Reynolds.
Yeah, Jensen Reynolds really stepped up too. So you got to give her credit. She's pretty much taken control of the scoring for Westview tonight. And Allie Hillman came up with 5 off the bench, so good performance by her as well.
Yeah, she's averaging what, 3.7 you've got down there?
3.3. Jensen came in with 3.3, and Allie has a better average of 3.7.
But I think maybe Reynolds is feeling it, so she was probably told to keep shooting.
Yeah, she was hitting, especially those from the right side of beyond the arc. Well, about anything she put up over there, even off the baseline, we're going through.
Yeah, so I just now looked again. So she's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the second quarter, she was 5 of 9 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point range, and so that would make it 4 of 7 from inside the arc, and she was 1 of 2 in the first quarter, so she's shooting over 50%.
That's pretty good.
So I think we'll take that. Allie Hillman's attempted 3 shots and made 2 of them. The rest of the field, Gloria is 2 for 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other shots attempted by the rest of the team, and none of those dropped. And a lot of those were in the first quarter, where it just seemed like nothing was going in.
And looking over the two girls' schedules this year, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Eastside is 5 and 10 coming in, and we played, was it Angola that was the common opponent, or Lakeland, I guess. It would have been Lakeland, right? Or maybe
definitely Lakeland would have been a common opponent. We both lost to them, but looked like Lakeland scored about the same amount both times, pretty close. But we lost by 3, and they lost by 27.
Yeah, it's a little bit of difference there. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Eastside comes up with. I thought they looked pretty respectable in that first quarter, but the second quarter was a total different story. So we'll see if Coach makes some adjustments and makes this a competitive ball game. Right now, the Lady Warriors have the Eastside Lady Blazers doubled up at halftime, 22-11. And we'll be back with more from Eastside High School right after this timeout.
Do you fret about potential health hazards in your home? Is something eating away at your walls? Stop fretting and do something about it by calling Gold Key Home Inspections. We are a full-service company trained to identify wood-destroying insects, perform mold testing, evaluate the home for radon gas, and do more detailed inspections such as sewer line and thermal imaging. Don't lay awake at night wondering. Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment and leave the worrying to us. Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Height Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
And we're back at Eastside High School. Good to have you aboard tonight with NECC tournament action from Eastside Gymnasium in Butler, Indiana. Jerry Hostetler with Dan Byler in this first game. Jamie Miller will be along for the boys game later on. And speaking of the boys, they're just filing into the gym here to our right, having a seat on the bleachers. Westview controls to start the second half of play with a commanding lead of 11, 22-11. Same starting lineup for the Warriors, and Hillman misses that shot but gets her own rebound. Good follow and a good drive to the basket. And starts off, or Reynolds I should say, starts off the same way she left off in the first half. Another interception by Leanna Miller. Westview with it. Alexis Antal gets it to Hillman. Now Ashaya Kloffenstein, she'll bring it way outside. Get it loose to Grace Miller. Now back to Ashaya.
Boy, they're really pushing up high on that zone. If we can get inside. Oh, Leanna, she got an open shot.
Yeah,
inside.
she did. Reynolds shots off the mark. Leanna with the offensive board, and the putback is good. Leanna's first two of the night.
Well, if we can keep getting offensive boards and putting them back, it's gonna be an all right thing.
Yeah. And now Eastside's coach wants a timeout. It's going to be a 30. We'll keep it here for this one. But the Warriors score the first two baskets of the second half to take a 26-11 lead now.
Basically, both times they got two shot attempts at the two possessions they've had, and Eastside's only possession they turned it over. So good start for Westview, not so great for the Blazers.
Looks like their coach down there is emphasizing to block out. Nate Young is their coach. First year at Eastside. Inbounding underneath the Westview basket and looking at, once again at pressure by the Warriors is Paige Graber. She'll get in into Kessler, right back to Graber, now to Kessler, and they break the press. Kessler unloads it to Graber. Now up top to Reike, and she'll back it out. Westview comes out in man. A pick for Reike, and she starts off the way she did in the first quarter.
Well, actually, it was Kessler.
Yeah, it was Kessler, wasn't it? Yeah, you're right. One of those little guards. Kessler had, what, 6 in the first half, most of them from that spot. Hillman out to Alexis Antal. Now they'll swing it around to the right. And we have a whistle and timeout call.
A little trouble getting the ball inside, so Coach Yoder wants to talk about it.
It's going to be another 30-second timeout. 6:13 to go in the third quarter. Westview has Eastside doubled up again, 26-13.
It is the first quarter of the second half.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, looks like there's a few more people trickling in here. Not a very big crowd. Hopefully the guys will have some more people here to support them, but I would say, I guess I'm not sure how many of the fans to our left here. Is that Eastside fans? There's a lot of green over there. So
yeah, I think the
so in front of us,
is, we have about half and they have about half, and about the same amount of people. We have a little over half, I think. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Westview. It'll be Eastside's ball. So not good coming out of that timeout for Westview. Graber inbounds to Kessler.
Pretty safe to assume they didn't work out a play to throw the ball away in that timeout.
No, I don't think so. Kessler drives it into the lane and pulls it back out. She'll try to go down the lane and gives off to the freshman Byerly. Bounce pass to Reike. Reike goes right side of Byerly, right back to Reike, left open for a three, and it's in and out, spins out, no good, but a good rebound by Byerly, the freshman. Reike will drive the baseline, and then gives off out front. Driving is Kessler, shot off the glass, in and out, no good, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Reike of Eastside, so it'll be Westview ball. So the Blazers had a lot of good looks there, but they couldn't get it to fall. So the Warriors will have a chance to extend their lead now. Grace Miller gets it to Antal, and she looked like she was going to pass it right away, but held on to it and dragged that pivot foot.
A couple quick turnovers to start the second half again for Westview. I guess it was on the other half, this half of the floor, so they got to take it out on this.
Got to bring it over our way. Graber inbounding, she'll get it into Kessler. Graber and Kessler have been the press breakers. They must be the best ball handlers. Now Kessler's double teamed, and Ashaya knocks, or rather, Leanna Miller knocks it out of bounds. So Reike will attempt to inbound for Eastside. Gloria Miller back in, and go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, I was just going to say who came in, but go ahead.
Hillman.
Yeah, I think that was the first two that came in first half too.
Graber comes out for Eastside. Who came in for her? Oh, 44, that's McKinley. Kessler gives off to Reike. Reike gets the pick, drives it down the lane, and gives off to Byerly. She'll drive it all the way and have it rejected by Ashaya. That's about, what, her third or fourth?
It is her third one, I think, and she knocked down a pass as well, so it's caused 4 turnovers.
Ashaya is fouled as she tried to pivot inside.
So Kessler's first on either team for the second half.
4:35 to go in the third quarter. Allie Hillman will inbound for the Warriors. She'll get it way outside to Jensen Reynolds. Now back to Allie for 3, in and out. Good offensive board by Ashaya. Can't get it to go, and we have a held ball. It's going to be Eastside ball. Reike inbounding to Kessler. Westview staying on that press. The ball is McKinley. Now she's being double teamed, gets it out, and they're going to have a hard time getting it across, and they don't. Good defense by the Lady Warriors.
They called a timeout.
Oh, before the, yeah. So it'll be Eastside's ball coming out of that timeout. 4:15 to go in the third quarter, 26-13 Westview. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
And we're back at Eastside High School. Jerry Hosteller with Dan Byler in game 1 here tonight. Lady Warriors and the Lady Blazers, 26-13 Westview.
Blazer boys team just headed to the locker room off to our left here. Preparing for the second game of tonight's doubleheader.
Against our mighty Warriors, who are coming off a win at Hamilton. Scrappy bunch of Hamilton Marines over there. Reike inbounding to Kessler. Kessler pass across the timeline to the freshman Byerly, and has it knocked away by Ashaya.
I don't think it's a good idea to try to throw it over Ashaya.
No, it's kind of like throwing it over Charlie. And we have a whistle, a foul inside. It's going to be on Westview. Was that Hillman? Or
yeah, they called it on Hillman. I think if she could have stayed back just a half a second longer, probably should have just been called for a travel, but a little bit of contact there as she fell.
Reike inbounding underneath the Eastside basket. Bounce pass inside to Whitman, and we have a hold inside. I thought maybe they call it travel, but it's a hold on Westview. So
Hillman just picked up a quick second foul.
Reike once again will attempt to inbound. And she'll get it in to McKinley. McKinley to Reike, and she'll pop a long three. No good. Spins out. Now we have a battle for the ball, and it's pulled out of there by McKinley of Eastside. Eastside to Whitman. Whitman bounce passes it to Reike. And she'll bring it back out front and set it up. Reike bounce pass inside McKinley, and we have a travel.
Yeah,
I believe. Yep, on
she
McKinley.
Turned to go up and saw Shia there and thought
Forget
better
this.
of it.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere with this shot. Hillman to Grace Miller, back to Allie Hillman. And they'll play catch out front. Now inside pass. Good attempt to Gloria, but it just a little bit too high.
Snuck in there on the far side on the baseline.
Had the right idea. McKinley gets it into Kessler, right back to McKinley. McKinley travels. McKinley coming out, and back in is Matea Byerly, the freshman. Another timeout. 3:03 to go in the third quarter. 26-13 is our score. Was that a full or a 30?
It's a full timeout.
We'll take a 30-second timeout here. We'll be back.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is capable of performing a wide variety of common home maintenance and remodeling services. We can help you with everything from garbage disposal installation to fixing a leaky faucet. We work in the kitchen, the bathroom, the attic, the garage, and anywhere else that might need attention. With help from Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, you know that you'll be receiving quality work from a fully trained, licensed, and insured professional. Call us today at 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Back at Eastside High School.
Westview boys just heading out now to head for their locker room, get ready for the second game.
How many timeouts have we had? It seemed like a bunch of them already in the second half.
So 6 total timeouts between the two teams, and they each have 2 left.
That was a full first, I think, of the night.
One nice thing about having Justin set up right here next to us, I can see the screen, and I can see what those of you watching can see. Justin keeps track of the timeouts on there.
That's right. Hillman, a long three, and she hits again.
Actually, that's Reynolds.
Or Reynolds, I mean. I had him right to begin with.
You
now
did.
I'm getting mixed up. Second three of the night for Jensen. Now we have a double team and a steal by Ashaya. Up court to Allie Hillman, and she misses. Ball loose on the floor, goes off the shoes of Eastside, so it'll be, that was Graber going for it. It'll be Westview ball underneath their own basket, extended off to the left. Allie Hillman will inbound to begin, or try to get it in here on this possession for the Warriors. She gets it into Gloria Miller. Pass inside to Ashaya is tipped away and into the hands of Kessler. Sullivan Kessler hands it off to Reike. She'll cross-court it to Graber, and she'll put the high arching shot up, no good. Loose on the floor, picked up by Gloria Miller, and she's going to pull up and give off to a guard, Jensen Reynolds. Out of Grace. Allie Hillman, Grace down the corner to Reynolds. Inside pass to Ashaya, and she puts it up and in her first 2 of the night.
It's only her 3rd attempt.
Timeout called by Eastside with 2 minutes to go now in the third quarter. 31-13 Westview with a very commanding lead. And this is another full timeout. So he's got to be down to 1 for the game,
one
right?
One timeout left, and it's still got 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Wow.
So, well, I guess maybe he figures might as well do it now. I mean, if you get too large of a lead, you don't really need those timeouts at the end of the game.
That's true. That's true. Well, looking ahead, and I think it's fairly safe to look ahead. We did a little bit to begin with, but Hamilton and Central Noble were doing battle at Hamilton tonight. And Central Noble undefeated on the year, and Dan and I, we talked about their margins of victory and how good they are and talented.
Returning state champs.
Yeah.
Bringing almost all their firepower back from last year.
So I'd say that they're very heavily favored in that game, and that would pit us if we can hold on here against them tomorrow night on their home court over at Avila. Albion? That's Central Noble.
Yeah.
Albion, yeah.
So yeah, Sydney Freeman and Malaya Leatherman, their 1-2 punch. Freeman been handling the ball for the Central Noble Cougars. This is her 4th year. Leatherman plays inside.
Ball stolen away. Good pressure by the Warriors again.
So stolen and then a foul. So add insult to injury for the Blazers.
It'll be interesting to see if we try this press against Central Noble tomorrow night. And maybe that's why we keep practicing it tonight with a huge lead like this. Allie Hillman out front, goes left side to Grace Miller. Grace to Jensen Reynolds. Bounce pass on the baseline to Hillman. Back to Reynolds. And Kessler, very good anticipation as she intercepts. Reike, good bounce pass between a couple of the Warriors there. And the freshman Byerly gets fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. Shooting 2.
Yeah, she keeps right on shooting even when she's got Shia on her. So Shia does get called for her 2nd foul, and Byerly, she's taken a couple shots, hasn't made anything yet, and still hasn't.
She'll get one more free throw. Second one misses as well, and Ashaya comes up with a rebound. She'll give off to Grace. Not a Allie Hillman. Hillman loses control and then slides across the floor. It ends up being stolen by Reike, and she'll take it all the way down, put it up, and score. Gloria Miller gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds takes it down to the baseline, but it's knocked out of bounds by Kessler, so it'll stay in the possession of Westview. Allie Hillman will inbound it for the Lady Warriors, leading 31-15 with 59.9 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Gloria Miller gets it to Hillman, right side to Ashaya. Now at front will come to Reynolds. Reynolds goes to Hillman. Might just back out and go for the last shot here. Grace Miller to Hillman, left side to Ashaya. Ashaya makes a move into the lane. She'll put it up, miss off the glass, and the rebound's pulled down by Byerly. Outlets it to Graber. Graber across the timeline. 20 seconds now to go in the quarter. Kessler backs it out now. She'll go up top to Byerly. Byerly will drive it toward the basket and then pull it back to Kessler. Kessler drives it down the lane. Jumper is up, no good. And chase down, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westview. It'll be Eastside ball with 0.9 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Have to be a fast inbound pass, quick and
catch and shoot.
Yep. Reike to Byerly, and it's swatted away by Ashaya. Fortunately, she didn't pick up a foul. So that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play. And our score, Westview with that commanding lead, 31-15 over Eastside. Back with the 4th quarter right after this.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Westview inbounding to begin the 4th and final quarter of this ball game. And if they can hold on here, they'll advance to the next round tomorrow night. down at Central Noble High School against the Lady Cougars of Central Noble.
Julie Miller checked in there during the break and just threw the ball away.
Ricky with the steal. She'll put up a hook shot. Kind of threw it up toward the basket. No good, and the rebound comes down to Westview. Allie Hillman with it. She'll get it across the timeline to Alexis Antal. Bounce pass to Gloria Miller. Or rather,
Julie Miller,
yeah. Are they sisters?
No.
Okay. Kessler goes left side. Long three by Reike is no good. Byerly went for the rebound. Now the foul's going to be called over the back on Westview's. Jensen Reynolds. Or make that Julie Miller.
Her first, team fourth.
Reike looking to inbound. She does to Byerly, and she misses a shot. Good defense by Jensen Reynolds. She'll get it to Alexis Antal. Antal, a good ball handler, gets it across the timeline to Gloria Miller, now to Grace Miller. I think Randy should play all the Millers.
That's
at
what
the
I was
same
just
time.
saying. That's what I was just thinking.
Because you could.
Put Grace back in there. And,
right.
And
now that's something I would do as a coach. And that's probably why I'm not a coach.
Foul's going to be called on Whitman, her third first this half. At 3 on the Blazers now. Leanna Miller coming in. Oh no, but he's taking Gloria Miller out.
Come on, Randy. So
actually, we only have 2 Millers out there now. I had two Millers come out.
Hillman and Antal. There's a shot by Alexis, no good. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eastside. It'll be Westview retaining the basketball. Leanna Miller will inbound for the Warriors underneath their own basket. She'll go to Antal. Bounce pass inside to Ashaya. Gets it out of trouble. Shot is up and no good by Grace Miller, or Allie Hillman rather. And the rebound's pulled down by Eastside. 6:25 to go in the ball game. With the ball is McKinley. Now to Reike. Reike right side goes to Byerly. Byerly drives it down to the baseline. And we have a push by Westview.
It's going to be called on Ashaya. Didn't seem like much of a foul there, but Gloria Miller coming in. Are we going to up our Miller total? Nope, Julie Miller's coming out.
Reike looking to inbound. Looks inside, can't find anybody there, so she'll hit McKinley. And it goes out of bounds, tipped out by Ashaya. Kessler back in for Eastside. Reike will come out. Kessler will inbound. Number 4. And 5-second called.
Had to be getting close. 19 turnovers now for the Blazers.
I'd say with
17 for Westview.
Yeah, it's been a bad turnover game for the Warriors, but considering they've been off for so long, and like you said, Dan, they've had a lot of their players were on vacation, and so they weren't really practicing that much together. And they've come out good showing here in this first game of the tournament. Timeout called again, this time by Randy Yoder to be a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout here. 5:52 to go in the ball game. 31-15 Westview. Back after this.
Do you fret about potential health hazards in your home? Is something eating away at your walls? Stop fretting and do something about it by calling Gold Key Home Inspections. We are a full-service company trained to identify wood-destroying insects, perform mold testing, evaluate the home for radon gas, and do more detailed inspections such as sewer line and thermal imaging. Don't lay awake at night wondering. Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment and leave the worrying to us.
And we're back at Eastside High School.
It's an interesting stat here. If you look at Jensen Reynolds' points, she has 18, and right now Eastside has 15.
So it's, yeah.
So she's
outscored the whole Eastside team.
Right.
And I'm sure Coach Yoder would take that performance tomorrow night against Central Noble. And if Ashaya would have a typical game tomorrow night, we might have a pretty good chance of winning that. Allie Hillman will get it to Leanna Miller. Bounce passes it right side to Alexis Antal. Good feed inside to Ashaya, and her shot's up and good. Starting to get more involved now. First points came in this quarter, didn't they, Dan?
No, she had scored in the third quarter. Yeah. Those were the first points for this quarter for anybody.
And a held ball. See who has it.
Go back to Eastside.
Reiki back in the ball game. Kessler comes out. Or no, Kessler's still in there. It must have been Taylor Richards that came out. Reiki brings it across the timeline. Kessler gives off to McKinley. McKinley takes it to the free throw line. Knocked away. Leanna anticipated that pass, but slapped it away. Couldn't get her hands in there and get control of the basketball. Reiki looking to pass, and she'll get it to Kessler, and she'll have to recross the timeline. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Westview in control. 33-15. Reiki with the ball. Stops up, goes right side to McKinley. McKinley to Kessler. They'll lob it inside over the head of Byerly and into the hands of Ashaya, and she'll take it coast to coast, and she got up in the air, and it's going to be a traveling violation on Ashaya. Kessler gets it to McKinley. McKinley back to Kessler. Now they'll get it across the timeline on the pass to Byerly, and Byerly's fouled as she tries to drive around Ashaya.
And that's going to be Ashaya's fourth. 6 on Westview for the half.
Reiki gets it into McKinley. They'll swing it out to Kessler. Back to Reiki. Drives it into the paint, puts it up as it slapped away by Ashaya again.
Is that number 6 now?
I believe so. Hillman will pop it from 15. No good. Battle for the rebound, and we have a traveling violation. It's going to be called on Leanna Miller. After she got the rebound, she fell to the floor, and her feet were in the air.
So I guess we'll give her the offensive board if we're going to have to ding her
right.
with the turnover.
Yeah, there you go. Coming back in is Jensen Reynolds now for the Warriors. Double teamed by the Warriors defense to get it out of trouble to Reiki, now to Byerly. She tries to get the pass inside, and it's intercepted by Reynolds, but she tried to whip the pass to Ashaya, and it's too hot to handle, goes out of bounds. Once again, Reiki, Mackenzie Reiki will inbound for the Warriors, or for the Blazers, I should say. Stolen. Now it's loose again, and we have a tie-up, and I believe, yes, it's going to be Westview's ball.
Should be Westview's ball this time.
So Ashaya will bring it in for the Warriors. Graber back in, and Whitman comes to the bench for Eastside. 3 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Ashaya inbounding to Allie Hillman. Hillman across the timeline. And she's traveled. As she stopped, she slid.
She went right through the press, but then, didn't get stopped at the other end. Grace Miller coming back in, coming in for Allie.
Eastside inbounding. It's McKinley into Kessler. McKinley now gets it out of trouble to Kessler, and she'll take it across the timeline on the bounce. Pass inside was intercepted by Ashaya, and she'll take it all the way down, and what do we have? A foul is going to be called. Won't be a shooting foul.
It's only the 5th team foul. for the, only the fourth called on Reiki. Her second, team's fourth. And that's our last timeout, I believe.
It'll be another full timeout. We'll take a 30 again here. You're back after this brief timeout.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Height Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
And we're back. We're in a 60-second timeout here. The last of the evening for the Warriors. 3:27 to go in the fourth quarter. The Westview Lady Warriors leading the Lady Blazers of Eastside by a score of 33-15.
So I have us down between the two teams for here in the fourth quarter with 12 turnovers and a total of 2 points between the two teams. It's
unbelievable.
Been a little bit sloppy again here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's not so much good defense. It's just not been real, very clean game. Ashaya Reynolds, and she hits.
20 for Reynolds.
Yeah, let's see if I got some stats from Judy Yoder before the game started. I wonder if that's her high point of the season, maybe.
Blazers just chucked it into the crowd on the far side, trying to hit an open player.
So another turnover. Here come the Lady Warriors. Alexis Antel, and we have a kick on Eastside, so it'll stay in the hands of Westview.
Callie Springer, a freshman, getting some playing time now.
I'm not seeing, let's see, I'm not seeing the high point totals for the girls, but Jensen Reynolds is having a spectacular game tonight. Ashaya Kloffenstein with the ball. She'll give off to Reynolds. Reynolds bounce passes it to Ashaya. Ashaya tries to make her way toward the basket, and she's fouled by Kessler.
It'll be Kessler's second 5 on the team now.
Eastside foul number 4, foul on Kessler.
Westview, Ashaya out of Reynolds, gets it inside to Gloria Miller, and she's called for a travel. Eastside brings it up. Once again, Westview stays in that press. 2:15 to go in the ball game. McKinley double teamed. Tries to drive it, and she's tied up, but it's going to be a foul.
And I think Ashaya just fouled out.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So Ashaya fouls out with 4 points. All in the second half. I just show that she only took 5 shots the whole game, though.
Yeah, she didn't get very many. Ball loose, and now we have a held ball. Warriors couldn't corral it.
What was the call?
I thought they called a held ball. But
I don't think they did they? Or maybe they did. See if they switched the... No, they didn't change the possession arrow.
I don't know what it would have been unless it was a travel maybe, yeah. Byerly looking for the basket, and she travels. So it's going to be Westview ball. As start to substitute a little bit. Allie Springer's in.
Erica Miller getting set to check in, and
steal by Kessler, and she'll bring it all the way down and put it up and in.
She had 6 points, their first 6 points, I think, and she hadn't scored again since then.
Minute 35 to go in the ball game. Gloria Miller, or rather,
Haley Mass is in there
Miller.
too.
Yep. Haley Mask with it. She'll take a 3, and it's going to be short. And the rebound's pulled down by Byerly. Byerly will bring it up herself. Goes left side to Reike. She'll drive the baseline, have it stolen away from behind by Allie Springer. Springer across the timeline. She's called for a carry.
Erica Miller comes in. It's in for Antal.
So we have Erica Miller, Allie Springer,
Julie Miller.
Who am I missing here?
Jensen.
No, Reynolds is still in there.
And Reynolds.
Shot up, no good. Inside a minute now to go in the ball game. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay in the hands of Eastside. Reike once again will inbound for the Blazers. Bounce pass inside. The shot is up off the glass and good by Whitman. Now we have a violation inbounding the ball by Westview. Stepping over the line. So it'll be Eastside's ball again. Reike inbounding with 46 seconds to go. Still looking to inbound. She'll lob it into Byerly, and she'll take it to the hole, put it up and score, and she's fouled. Westview with a good lead.
Called on Springer.
Eastside really hasn't gone to their bench here at the end of the game.
Yeah, they blew the whistle there because she missed the whole thing.
The whole thing. She hit
hit the backboard. But
yeah, she hit glass, but nothing else.
So, yeah, free throw has not been a good thing for either team. We've only had one attempt. We missed it. They are 1 of 4.
Reynolds.
We're going to get a 10-second
call
call here shortly. Oh, got it down.
Yep. Haley Mask gets it out front now, and a pass to Jensen Reynolds. Reynolds is fouled from behind by Kessler with 26.1 to go. Westview up by 14.
It's her third, still only the 6th foul on the team, so not shooting free throws.
Erica Miller will bring it in for Westview. She bounce passes it into Allie Hillman. Or rather, Julie Miller. Or who is it?
Allie Springer.
One of those girls. Allie Springer, yeah. Had a hard time seeing her number.
I guess we've got 2 Alleys and a Hallie all in a row, 23, 25, and 31.
So it's Hallie Mass, not Haley, right? Hallie
oh,
Mass?
no, it is Haley Mass.
Okay.
Yeah, it's spelled the same way, but it's pronounced.
Shot is up and no good. Rebound is pulled down by McKinley of Eastside with 15 seconds. Now Reike with it. Bounce pass inside. Shots up, no good by Byerly. And the rebound is pulled down by Julie Miller. She'll get it ahead now to Springer. And Springer travels. 2.9 seconds to go. Eastside will bring it in. And the Warriors will shot at the buzzer is no good off the glass. And that'll do it for the first game of this Northeast Corner Conference tournament involving the Westview Warriors. And the girls defeat Eastside by a score of 35-21. And Dan will be back to take a look at scoring and some stats for this ball game right after this timeout.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
this is a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
And we're back here at Eastside High School to wrap up the girls' game. Westview wins the first game of the doubleheader in fairly convincing fashion. The final score 35-21. Westview was behind 4-8 at the end of the first quarter. Had a little trouble getting things going. A lot of turnovers, not a lot of scoring to start with. So they were down 4-8 at the end of the first quarter, but then had their best quarter of the night, scoring 18 in the second, outscoring the Blazers 18-3. So it's 22-11 at halftime. Outscored them again 9-4 in the third quarter, and then did get outscored 4-6 in the final quarter. So in the 2 quarters to start the game and end the game, we were outscored 8-14. In between, we outscored them 27-7. Taking a look at individual scoring, the Blazers only had 5 players that scored. They were led tonight by sophomore Sullivan Kessler, one of their point guards. She had 8 points. 5 points for the gal in the middle, Chloe Whitman, had 5. She hit 2 regular free throws and regular field goals, and the only free throw to be made by either team all night. She made 1 free throw, so 5 points for her. 4 points for Mackenzie Reiki, another point guard for the Blazers, and then 2 points apiece for Cheyenne McKinley and Matea Beverly. I believe those were their 5 starters. Scored all the points for them. Tonight, Jensen Reynolds, senior from Westview, had a breakout game. We're not sure if this is her best, but I'm guessing it's got to be right up there with it. If not, 20 points for Jensen Reynolds tonight, 11 of those in the second period. So a very good second period for her. She's a big part of what got us going there in the second period. So 20 points for her. 5 points for Allie Hillman. 4 points apiece for Ashaya Klopfenstein, Gloria Miller. 2 points for Leanna Miller to round out the scoring for Westview. Westview out-rebounded the Blazers 28-26. 12 fouls called on each team, and as I mentioned earlier, Westview did not make any free throws. They had 2 attempts. One of those was the front end of a 1-and-1, but missed both. The Blazers were at the free throw line 4 times, made 1. The Blazers attempted 7 3-point shots, didn't make any. Westview was 3 of 6 from behind the arc, so that's pretty good shooting, 50%. And then 13 of 22 from inside the arc, so over 50% from inside the arc. Overall, 16 of 28 for the Lady Warriors tonight. The Lady Blazers were only 10 of 28 inside the arc, so overall 10 of 35 for the night, so around 30% for the Lady Blazers. So as we mentioned, so the Lady Warriors will go on to, we're assuming, playing Central Noble tomorrow night. Central Noble is playing Hamilton tonight. Central Noble has not lost yet this year, the defending state champions in 2A. So we're just assuming that's who will win that game, and the winner of that game determines where tomorrow night's game is played. So Westview girls advance to second round, and better their record up to 11-6 now. The Lady Blazers fall to 5-11 for the season. So we'll take a short break, and they'll have to log in on the other link to get to the boys' game here in a little bit. But tonight's game was brought to you by the following business sponsors: the Blue Gate Restaurant, Mike's Automotive Service, Pruitt May Funeral Home, Height Auto Body, Topeka Do It Best Hardware, Topeka Pharmacy, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, Weaver Furniture, Jerry Standard, the Hometown Treasure, Yoder Insurance, Quality Floor, Frontline Auto Tech, Yoder Shipshawana Hardware, Troyer Saddlery. Our individual sponsors are Dan and Dawn Byler, John and Leslie Cook, Tim and Donna Height, Jerry and Fran Hostetler, Josiah and Candace Parker, Jim and Liz Stump, Tim and Kim Taylor, and Roger and Esther Wenger. And a special thanks to our tournament sponsors, brought to you by the following businesses: Ace Hardware in Topeka, Middlebury Produce, Topeka New Holland, Alpha Building Center, Lake City Bank, Save a Lot in Topeka, and by Topeka Seed and Stove. Thanks for listening in, watching the game tonight. We invite you to join us back here in just a minute with the boys' game. This is Dan Byler for engineer Justin Geigley and cameraman Eric Hart and play-by-play announcer Jerry Hostetler. Goodbye.